27. Vivid and blurry. Vivid.
To be persuaded by a message, you must pay attention to that message. This simple fact has led to the development of numerous procedures designed to attract attention, such as using vivid colors and using unusual music and sounds.
Vividly.
The intellectual gain of the thinker who thinks for himself is like a beautiful painting that vividly stands out with perfect harmony of colors.
Icon.
The Beatles and the Rolling Stones were cultural icons in the 1960s.
Iconic.
The photographer formed special bonds with artists, such as the Beatles, and those relationships helped him capture some of his most vivid and iconic imagery.
Nostalgia.
Music for motion pictures often serves to provide a sense of nostalgia.
Meditate.
We all need time to relax, to think and meditate, and to learn and grow.
Meditation.
Meditation allows many of these people to increase their sense of well-being and to experience a better quality of life.
Incense.
She burns incense during meditation.
Aroma.
When his wife enters the room, she is surprised by the delicious aroma of the outstanding dinner he has prepared.
Aromatic.
She puts an aromatic oil spray on her bed.
Cozy.
Are you looking for a cozy home at a reasonable price?
Coziness.
The closest English word for hygge, a term that comes from Danish, would have to be coziness, but that doesn't really do the Danish word justice.
Candid.
The nonverbal message can reveal a more candid feeling of a person.
Candor.
Unlike other politicians, she always speaks with candor about her policies.
Entity.
Information has taken on a life of its own outside the medium in which it is contained. Information has become an entity to be measured, evaluated, and priced.
Intact.
Though online environments might change over time, the content of what people posted remains intact.
Reckless.
Not all of us who pursue our dreams are so reckless as to do something dangerous, just as Icarus flew too close to the sun in the Greek myth.
Goat.
The goatherd noticed that his goats did not sleep at night after eating berries from what would later be known as a coffee tree.
Legend.
Dragons appear in Greek myths, legends about England's King Arthur, Chinese New Year parades, and in many tales throughout human history.
Legendary.
A legendary French author once wrote, "I have no right to say or do anything that diminishes a man in his own eyes."
Dominate.
The productivity gap between men and women tends to widen because men dominate the use of the new equipment and modern agricultural methods.
Dominant.
We humans, by cooperating with one another, have become the Earth's dominant species.
Predominant.
It is not clear where coffee originated or who first discovered it. However, the predominant legend has it that a goatherd discovered coffee in the Ethiopian highlands.
Relentless.
The secret behind our recently extended lifespan is not due to genetics or natural selection, but rather to the relentless improvements made to our overall standard of living.
Flea.
The flea is a very small insect that bites animals and people to eat their blood.
Flea market.
We will go to a flea market event that takes place at our school every year.
Trifling.
A flea cannot be beautiful, not because it is a trifling or disagreeable animal, but because it is too minute for the unaided eye to perceive parts that are arranged meaningfully.
Trivial.
Being aware of the potential long-term impact of a seemingly trivial act is crucial.
Virtual.
Many virtual reality games now allow players to feel sensations of motion and touch.
Virtually.
Study the lives of the great people, and you will find that in virtually every case, they spent a considerable amount of time alone thinking.
Blur.
The mountain was just a blur through heavy rain. From a distance, I could see the city lights, which were blurred by the heavy fog.
Blurry.
Virtual personalities online neglect our natural emotional needs and occupy the blurry margins in which our brains have difficulty distinguishing real from unreal.
Fade.
A summer vacation will be recalled for its highlights, and the less exciting parts will fade away with time, eventually to be forgotten forever.